Hello, everyone. Right, George. Right as I click start, George went, "Wait." But
I
George,
couldn't think.
is there
I
anything you
couldn't
want to
remember
put
which one we were on.
What do you mean? Oh, what film we were on? Well, I can
Which
easily,
film we were on.
I can
But
easily remember.
I've lost my papers.
Well, the last film we did was Winter Soldier, so it's whatever films after. Is it Guardians next? I'll just look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, it is okay.
But saying that, Winter Soldier does go well with the Disney Plus series on right now.
No, but I'm not watching that. I mean, you guys could review that. I just want to get through the film.
Liam, have you watched the latest one?
Yes, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
George, is it any good?
Yeah, that episode was
yes.
good. Yeah.
I think it's really good, yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, lads.
Oh God.
At the end of the day, I really, really just want to get through the films. We can talk about TV shows another time.
Sorry, I was just looking at a Dalek that
George,
by a kid.
What?
Which looks absolutely disturbing.
Lads, can I just tell you quickly though? I did actually watch WandaVision, and I've got to say it was pretty great up until a certain point, and I was like, "What the hell?" But then it got back on track, and it was good.
Where are you on it right now?
I've completed the whole thing. Okay. So episode 1 to 6, I thought was great. Then when you found out who the villain was, I was like, ugh. And then, but then the episode after that, at the end of episode 7. So most episode 7 was good, but then episode 8, I thought, oh, this is a bit. But then episode 9, I thought, oh, this is great. All right, oh no, this is good. Sorry. So overall, very, very, very good show. But I didn't like the.
What do you think of Ralph?
Who was Ralph? What are you on about? George.
Ralph. That was a big bit. That was a big bit of the last episode, mate.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Oh, how he
Ralph Boner.
I remember what you're on about. Yeah, how her what's her name? The woman with the frizzy hair.
Rambo.
Yeah. She got on top of him and then released him of the of what he thought he was.
Yeah. What did you think of that reveal?
Well, yeah, it made sense, didn't it? That he didn't know what he was doing in reality, and it was just that witch controlling him.
No, but what I mean, in episode 5, when you first saw him,
I thought it was made up rubbish. Yeah, I thought it was just made up.
Yeah, but were you surprised that it was the guy playing him?
You mean that it wasn't him?
Yeah. No, are you surprised that it was the guy from X-Men, not the older MCU movie?
Oh, I haven't watched X-Men, so I don't know anything about that. Apart from Dark
he was a big reveal, basically, because he's the other Quicksilver in the X-Men universe.
Fair play, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
But to be honest, we'll do a full review of it one of the days. But it was still pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Though. That should be a decent laugh. Well, not a decent laugh. Sorry.
I wouldn't say it's been as good as WandaVision.
In what way though? Like, is the action and the fight still good? Is it still
action and fights are very good? It's just I think WandaVision hooked me more into it than Falcon Winter Soldier.
Do Falcon and Bucky's characters develop more?
Is it? Oh, I say they would.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That's good. Do they bounce off each other that well?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just sharing it round before we start reviewing.
Okay.
I know I'm still watching the wheel.
Fair enough.
Because that's twice now they've gone right next to me.
The wheel?
Yeah, basically, I went to myself. Well, I went to one of my videos. Well, Odyssey of the Sun Part 2 onto this wheel, and so the film in the wheel and watch the video that it lands on. Twice, it's been the one right next to me.
That's
Twice.
just the most irritating thing ever, in it, really.
It is out of like on the probably about six or seven they've probably watched, and twice it's been the one right next to me.
It is just an absolute utter piss take, isn't it?
It really is.
But I guess
Have you seen my video in the playlist yet?
I mean, the thing is, they've actually watched your part 2 before, but it'd be cool to get like a live reaction and them giving their take.
That's what I want, basically.
It'd be very cool. But yeah, I have. Oh, the Shocker show has rolled up. Hey, how's it going, Shocker? Hello, lads. Let's get into this then. All right, then. So we are on Guardians of the Galaxy now. This film is very interesting. It's a very different take to something like the Avengers and DC, because all these guys that get together aren't really superheroes, are they? They're just random people who end up crossing paths. Like with the Avengers, they were forced to come together by Nick Fury and Shield. With DC, well, with the Justice League, I have no idea why they came together. With bloody, because I don't know anything about it really. With
sorry, that's why.
Okay, with with bloody, what's his name, X-Men. I don't know why they got together. I'm guessing no, the bald dude raised them, didn't he? Patrick Stewart said, "I love you all. You might be weird, but you've got the nice powers." So, and then he said, "Make it so."
And then he shot them all.
But these people are just as I say, it feels a lot different to a lot of other team up films, to be honest. And the characters are all like, they're all fighting towards different goals. So Gamora's trying to like satisfy Thanos and get him the stone. Bloody what's his name? Batista's trying to Drax is trying to avenge his wife and daughter. Chris Pratt's just chilling and having a laugh, trying to sell porn. Yeah, and Rocket and Groot are trying to make money. So pretty much everyone's... So Gamora's after revenge. Sorry, Gamora's trying to please Thanos. Batista's after revenge. And the other three are just after cash. So, yeah, hold on. Love Guardians of the Galaxy. Music is incredible. The action is really good. And the humour too. Yeah, the humour is absolutely hilarious. What do you guys think of the film then?
I haven't watched it fully.
Oh, really?
I haven't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's great. It's one of my favourite MCU films. I agree with everything the Shocker Show just said. And I think it works great as just it works great as a standalone film, I would say. And yeah, and it's one of my favourite MCU films too.
Fair play, man. You know, some funny moments from it though. You know the bit when they're dancing. George, can you not do that, please? You know the bit when they're dancing at the end, and Ronan's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm distracting you, you blue bastard," or something.
I think that's the first MCU film that wasn't that didn't seem like an MCU film, if you know what I mean.
I thought for that reason, I thought it seemed cooler, you know.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I'm distracting you, you big turd blossom. What's it called? What else was? Oh, you know the bit when he said, "Get that guy's leg," and then he says, "Oh, I just thought you wanted me to get his leg," and he's like, "Oh, I just thought it'd be funny." That was quite banterous. But sadly, I can't think of a lot of funny moments off the top of my head. If anyone's
I'm trying to think of stuff as well, and I just can't remember. But there's so much funny. There are loads of funny moments in it, though.
Yeah, I'm just going to click on images quickly. Let's see if I can find any funny lines from it. Okay, it's just a bunch of baby Groots. Never mind. The bit when he goes like this, that was quite funny. I mean, there ain't a lot else to say about it, really. It's just paced really well. The comedy's hilarious. Chris Pratt's backstory is really good. The world they create is absolutely utterly banterous. You have the bleak, dark world at the start where he has to get the Mind Stone. Then you have the big, nice, glamorous city, and then you have that weird, gross area, that really underworld type area where they go to. Oh yeah, Merle Dixon, not Merle Dixon, bloody, the guy who plays Merle from The Walking Dead. Yondu, that's it, Yondu, that's his name in the film.
Oh, yeah.
Him and his ragtag team are really, really cool. He's got a really unique power with being able to whistle and go. Whoo!
Oh yeah, with the arrow. Yeah.
With the arrow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. His crew are decently entertaining, but it's mostly Yondu. When he keeps saying to Chris Pratt, "We was gonna eat you, boy, but I told him not to." It's very banterous.
I did think of one of. I did think of one of the best funny moments in the film. Though, do you remember the part where Groot just he puts his one of his branches through a bunch of the Ronan's minions, and then he just keeps slamming them against both walls.
Yeah, that was pretty banter.
Yeah, that was one.
That kind of reminded me of the Hulk moment from the first Avengers movie.
Oh yeah, with Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah.
But I guess we've got to get through these films. There ain't a lot more to say. It's a really amazing film. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Liam, what would you give it?
Yeah, 9. I mean, 9 or 10, really, whatever,
Yeah, it's top banter in it.
What?
Let me just get the list back up. Oh, fuck's sake! What even is the next?
By the way, looks like they're ending it now, so it looks like my chance is over.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that sucks, man. I thought it's because you keep paying attention to that, and I thought, what are you doing? The next film is Avengers Age of Ultron. A bit of a mixed bag, really.
Film.
What?
It's a mixed bag, yeah.
George, have you gone mad?
I say that because...
Wait, I'm going to keep you quickly. I know what this is. I know why George loves this. It's because it's got the first time Scarlet Witch shows up. That is why George thinks it's class.
Yeah.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yes! Well, I'm sorry. Her and her brother are great. You see him. You see him at the end of Winter Soldier, which is cool.
See him in Civil War as well.
But that's you don't see both of them because what's his name dies. Pietro dies.
Yeah, Quicksilver. Yeah.
I can't.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh wait. What, me or George?
No, George. I don't know what he was holding, and he was just waving it. I don't know.
I was gonna. It's blue tack, but I was gonna say though, what the hell? I didn't realize he was actually meant to be Quicksilver. Man, I am such a boomer. That is tragic.
Mate, his name's Quicksilver in the film.
Oh, well, I don't remember them calling him Quicksilver. I guess I should have paid more attention. I mean, the problem I have with the film is that they try and make Ultron really serious and build him up to be really serious and killing Jarvis and really scary. But then he just is really sarky and none of it. It was kind of funny. Like, I don't know why I found this bit the funniest, but when he's flying off and then the Hulk throws something at him and he's like, "Oh, for God's sake." That just made me laugh. I don't know why. It's just because he's but obviously something interesting with him is that he's sort of like a beta version of Thanos, like he wants to get rid of the world because humans are no good apparently or whatever. I don't really. It's cool out, and it's also cool out. Like there's one. He. If you take down one, there's another head to replace him, like Hydra. Main enthusiast says, "Hola, hello there." But yeah, there's always another Ultron. So they're like, it does stack the Avengers against the wall quite a bit. It's cool how Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are bad at first, then they turn good. It's cool how they humanize Hawkeye. like with his family and all that. That's quite cool. Patrick YT34 said hello. What else is good about it? I mean, the final, it's all above average in my opinion. There's nothing next level or groundbreaking. You know, it's all very average for me. I did like, Vision coming into it was cool. How he was actually worthy with the hammer. I did actually like that because they established that no one's really worthy. They all try and pick it up, but no one's worthy. Captain America was about to pick it up, but then he was like, nah. But then he ends up being worthy, which is really cool. So what do you guys think of it then?
Yeah, I mean, there was some, like I said, there were some funny moments, and some of the action was good. And yeah, like I say, there's some good parts to it, and it's not a bad film. It's not a bad film. I just don't think it's as good as the first Avengers. Well, basically, I think it's the weakest Avengers film. But yeah, like I say, there's some good characters introduced. But yeah,
I think they could bring Ultron back if they wanted to.
His arc was already served.
Yeah, I don't think they need to personally, but yeah, I just don't think. Yeah, it just didn't. I know I keep saying it doesn't have the magic, but yeah, it just didn't have the magic that the first Avengers film had, and it just didn't have the. It wasn't as, I don't know. I guess it wasn't as entertaining and as appealing and thrilling as that one.
The first one, I think it's because those characters were never like in every Avengers film. There's so in Endgame and Infinity War, you have different combinations. Well, in this film, it's the exact same combination as the first one, except 3 new characters who don't really do a lot. And it's just the thing is right. The thing that made the first one work so well is that they argued and bickered at the start, and Loki was such a good villain, and the odds were stacked so much against them. And they all clashed. But now that they get along, when all the characters get along and they're friends, you need to have other stuff to make it interesting. And this film just didn't have loads to make it next level groundbreaking, in my opinion.
Yeah, like, I mean, in the first Avengers film, yeah, the chemistry was good, the fight scenes were good. Like I say, Loki was a fine villain. And
sorry, I'm not shaking my head at you. It's just because something George put in the comments. I thought, what the hell is he going on?
I haven't seen it. I've seen it now.
So continue. Sorry, bro.
No, it's all right. Yeah, so like I say, that's just what the first Avengers had, and the Age of Ultron didn't. Yeah, like I say, I don't know. I just didn't find Age of Ultron as interesting as the first Avengers film. It was just a bit more, boring and just not as fun to watch, I guess.
Yeah, George, why did you like it so much then? Out of interest,
Wonder.
Is that it?
Well, I thought I enjoyed Ultron as a villain. I just don't think they had his full potential.
So you mean like they didn't flesh him out enough and give him enough screen time, or do you mean something else?
No, they didn't give him enough. They could have built him up to be a bit bigger in the last movie, or just like they did with Thanos.
Yeah.
Name drop him a couple times.
Well, it was hard to do because he was made from an AI. That's the problem. It was really hard to do that.
Or show Jarvis going back and forth, being that
would have been good.
Quick second, then back
that's really good idea. That would have been very good. I think a problem with him, even though he's quite funny, we already have Tony Stark who's really funny. While most of the time, the best way to get a good villain is when they're the opposite to the protagonist. So like Thanos
you think Ultron is a part of Tony, really?
But that still doesn't dispute
he's meant to be just like him.
That doesn't dispute what I'm saying though, because I know he's meant to be just like him, but it doesn't make for an interesting villain if they're exactly like the protagonist.
Yeah.
They don't bounce off each other as well, really. It just seems like I get why they did it, but you need to have more to it. Then he needs to have more serious, darker moments. I mean, I know he destroyed Claw's arm, but he was like, "Oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that." Oh yeah, Claw was good. Claw was good in the film. Andy Serkis plays.
Oh yeah, and that's Claw. A link to that stuff with Claw and whatever is a link to Black Panther as well.
Yeah. All right then. Patrick has said something. What is your best film, James? For me, number 1 has to. If you mean personal, Wolf of Wall Street, Reservoir Dogs, Speed, Phone Booth, and Pulp Fiction and Goodfellas. I love a lot of films. Empire Strikes Back too. But if we're talking about the best ever, I think it's Empire Strikes Back number 1, objectively. Then probably Pulp Fiction number 2. Then Goodfellas number 3. We'll just put James. Are you going to meet Callum's Corner on the next corner table with Jersey? I certainly hope so. Jersey said he is definitely coming on and he's agreed to it. But at the end of the day, the one tomorrow that we're doing is going to be a reaction one. But hopefully Callum can come on maybe next Saturday. I don't know. George has put Rick Black Panther. Yeah, it's very sad for Chadwick. At the end of the day, you've got to respect him for soldiering on. I mean, imagine getting diagnosed with a horrific illness and then like you're sort of going to struggle to continue, really. But he acted in films and he gave it his best. And you've really got to respect that, you know. I'm not the biggest fan of the Black Panther film. I think it's very average, but he did well in I preferred him in Endgame and Civil War. He was good in he was probably best in Black Panther, how he acted, because he had the most character development and stuff happened. But the problem was the film just was a bit naff.
What do you think they'll do with Black Panther 2? Because they are making but
I don't want them to. I want
they won't focus on his character. They'll focus on other parts of Wakanda and other characters.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know.
Anyway, back to the Age of Ultron. I'll probably give 7.7 out of 10.
I'll probably give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Fair, George.
Is this still Guardians or
no Ultron? You're not paying attention.
Well, I am, but we didn't score it. I don't know if we did last time.
We did. I scored. Me and Liam scored Guardians. We didn't ask you because you haven't watched this. So, unless you want to score what you know,
I'm still giving it a 6.
You're giving Guardians a 6.
From what I watched, yeah. If I watched the whole movie, I'll probably give it a bit higher.
Well,
basically George can't rate it then.
Yeah, we're continuing this one without George. No. Hey, Connor's here! Yes! Hey,
hello.
Hey, in the suit again.
Hello.
You all right?
How's it going, bro?
All right. I've returned to the little room.
Yeah. On Mockout, you were sitting on a couch with a green screen, but now you're back with the central perk thing, which is cool. So
yeah, and it's actually in the center rather than off to the side.
Yeah, man. We're currently the next film we're on is Ant-Man now. Oh wait, George, what do you think?
What score will I give Ultron?
Yes.
7.
Okay, fair enough. I thought you loved the film because of Scarlet Witch, but yeah.
I do, but there's better films in it, so you need to give it some leg room.
Okay. So the next film will be Ant-Man. Liam shall take over for the rest of the reviews. Goodbye. All right. So Ant-Man is about this geezer who just gets out, who fights someone in prison, and straight away from the start of the film, the way it happens. So he's punching someone in prison, then they're hugging each other, and then he's like, "Man, we have these weird rituals to leave prison. Bloody hell!" And then he leaves, and he's trying to get his life back on track. I can't remember exactly what his crime was. Didn't he like hack a billionaire's thing, or like rob them of a load of money or something?
I haven't seen it.
Maybe.
I can't remember. I think he just robbed.
No.
I think he's done a lot of robberies though. At that point, hasn't he? He's robbed a lot of places. I think.
Is it like a bank thief? Really?
I don't know exactly. I'm guessing so because that's what he does later in the film. He robs someone of their item. So.
Yeah, he's a bank. It is heists.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
George, how have you not watched Ant-Man though? Like, come on! I thought you watched all the bloody Marvel films.
I did watch it. I watched the second one.
Oh yeah. By the way, FYI, the reason Ben's not here is because he's doing uni work.
He's dead.
And the reason Aaron's not here, he hasn't told us why he's not here. he sort of no-showed. So, yeah. But yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, calling out on the podcast.
I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying what happened. I'm not going to lie. George, I'm not going to lie to anyone.
Oh, come on,
George, stop shit stirring, George. Tut tut. Absolutely disgusting from George. Bad move. Whoops. Connor, you can take over the show.
All right, Ant-Man. So, Ant-Man is about a little man with terrible sideburns who who steals a suit and then gets hunted down by a disfigured SHIELD agent whose name I've forgotten. I think.
I can't remember now.
Nope, that's Eric O'Grady. Wrong Ant-Man. Which one is the MCU one? Is it? It's not Eric. Is it Scott or Hank?
Scott Lang.
Right. Okay. He has a child. The child is short. He can go a little bit smaller than the child when he shrinks.
Hold on, going now. All right, have a good one, Patrick. Thank you for watching.
Oh, goodbye. Ant-Man. He likes bugs. Bugs like him. They're friends.
All right, I think I'll take over. Hold on, echo. Who's echoing? Hold on, I'm going to mute.
Oh, that's
Must
me.
be
Sorry.
your end.
It's
Liam.
Let me just I'll do this for now.
Hello, come in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's well, you already knew it was you, but yeah. All right, George.
Don't know
I'm
why you're
letting
using my mic.
Hello.
I just wanted to test. All right, so Ant-Man, he the thing is, his mate, his best friend, I can't remember his name. George, can you not do that, please?
Well, I didn't do anything then.
You pressing the button, can you not do that? You going?
No, this is me.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, the Ant-Man, he gets a small suit and he's going a bit mad with the suit at first. He's like, what the hell? Because he robs the suit from Michael Douglas. And then Michael Douglas is like, oh, so you're not too happy with the suit now? You don't know what you're doing. I let you rob that suit. At the start, you see Michael Douglas punch someone who suggested doing some crazy war thing. His daughter's kind of cool. Michael Douglas's daughter. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name.
I can't remember. What's her name? I can't remember.
I
just know that she's played by Evangeline Lilly. I just know that she's the actress.
Yeah. What's the hero's name? What's her name as a hero?
I don't know. I was a hero. Well, she becomes the Wasp, doesn't she?
I thought it was her mum who was the Wasp.
She was originally, yeah, but then she takes over in the second film.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Oh, what is her name? I'm so sorry, I can't remember. It's so annoying because she's a decent character too, with depth. The Wasp, a real name.
Hope.
Yeah, Hope. Yeah, there we
How
go.
did I forget that?
Hope Van Dyne.
Yeah. Very annoying. George, stop spamming the chat or you're banned. You're banned now. Block. No, time out. There we go. All right then. All right, George, you're back in, but stop doing the final warning.
You did that, and you know I got about 9 other times I could just use.
Well, they'll all get banned then. They'll all be banned.
Should have told him that, George.
You'll never win, James.
But they're all just going to get banned, you idiot.
Yes, but you don't know which one's mine or not.
I can take a very good guess. Anyway, Ant-Man, there ain't a lot to say about it. It's funny. It's cool how the whole world's against Scott, but he's trying to, get his life back on track. The way it's shot is really funny, like with those stories where they all have to mime what the Ant-Man's friend is saying. I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Scott
Ant-Man. No, not Scott.
Yeah,
Louis, yes.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name either.
And he's quite banterous. His friends are pretty good banter. Yeah, what can I say? The whole film's just a good laugh. The villain is just a bit generic, really. There's nothing really special about him. They're going the right direction with giving him a suit that matches up to Ant-Man's powers.
What was the villain called now? Because you Ant-Man, you have the Wasp.
Can't remember. He just
He's
looks like the guy who plays Shane in The Walking Dead. He looks like a taller version of him.
What he's called? I know he's.
The Hornet.
No, Yellow Jacket.
That's close, yeah.
I mean, overall, the film's pretty good banter. I'll give it like an 8.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. 8, maybe 7.5, like Ultron, maybe.
Yeah. Connor?
From what I remember of it, Falcon was there for a bit, I think.
Oh, yeah. That
yeah.
scene hilarious when he breaks into the... Yeah, that was really good. And Falcon runs after him and Ant-Man mugs him off. That was quite funny. Then we see at the end, I know a guy, that it took place in the Civil War.
Yeah, and then he became Spider-Man.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What are you on about?
That's him in the suit.
Oh. But anyway, what the hell was I even saying? Oh yeah, George, what would you give it? Oh no, Connor, what would you give it? You didn't give your rating, did you?
Come
on.
6, I guess.
Give you a rating.
I am disgusted. Right? I am disgusted at that, but each to their own.
What did you give it? I missed it.
What do you think? He said 6.
Ooh.
What do you think the third Ant-Man will be? I don't know what it'll be about. I mean, the second one pretty much wraps up any questions from the third one, but who knows? Then come up with something.
That'll be cool.
Have what now?
Oh, Kang the Conqueror. He's a big green and purple man. He travels through time, and he's going to be fighting Ant-Man in the next one, presumably.
Is this a joke? Or are you being serious?
He's the big face, isn't he? He's a big face. He's just a big face, isn't he? If I'm right.
No, that's Ego the Planet.
What the hell is going on? Stuff from
yes.
Well, yeah, but he's in Marvel villains.
So Kang flies in a giant sword through space and time, and he has a crew of little alien men. And he was at one point a pharaoh, who is also related to Mr. Fantastic sometimes, and they're using Kang, I'm pretty sure, to set up the next Avengers. So he'll show up in Ant-Man 3 most likely, and then the Avengers after that. Probably is how they'll do it.
Cool. Connor, your brother has said, did you see Linkin Pop 13's new Brick film, Sam Level as Forest MIO? I mean, that is a ballsy statement, Sean, bro, but I mean, I'm intrigued, man. I don't think you just give it a compliment like that for no reason. I think it's the real deal. So I'll... Have you seen it, Connor? What do you think? Or have you not seen it?
I don't know who Linkin Pop 13 is, but they sound...
Get out of here. Get out of here. No.
Model, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with a lot of the Brick filmers, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sort of floating through the community, I suppose.
Fair enough, bro. So, the next one, James, do you know any comic villains not in the films? No, I'm very sorry. I've got no idea. I'm just a humongous casual when it comes to comics.
What would you call it? An unnerd.
Well,
an anti-nerd.
Well, no, I do watch films and I know a lot about stuff. I just don't know a ridiculous amount of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, next film is Civil War.
Yeah.
It is gutting that Aaron's no-showed for this because he has a lot to say about Civil War. I'm not starting beating. No, I'm kicking you for a sec. Liam, am I being unreasonable by saying he no-showed? Am I actually trying? I'm not. What do you think?
Now, what you just said was fine, but I would sort of say that what you said in the first place was sort of like
Okay,
sort of a bit risky to say on the podcast. The first thing you said about Aaron.
The sort of like jabbing. I didn't
Yeah, like
mean.
the first.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, fair enough. George, you were right to stir the pot.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean it in a bad way. That's all I'll say.
We know you don't.
No, you weren't right to stir the pot. That's just making it worse. What am I saying? No, I guess I should have said it differently. What did I even say at the start again?
I don't know. I'd have to go back. I'd have to go back in the stream and see.
Mate, you already said that. I was right to do it, so you can't take that back now.
Whatever.
I'm right. Always.
Civil War. So this is the versus
Best
film
movie.
we all wanted. It's
Horribly
not
disappointing. Couldn't be more sad.
Get out. Really,
Yeah.
Connor? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
I love it.
Like we don't have any robot Thor. We don't have
What?
Goliath. We don't have human man wearing alien glove that gets his hand cut off. It's all very, very toned down. Like there's no.
We get introduced to Spider-Man as well.
Yeah, he goes on the roof.
Yeah, he was there.
No,
But
sorry,
there's no
Tony
clones.
goes on the roof.
No, wait, it wasn't Spider-Man that was cloned. There was like a group of. So there was a guy in the comics. There's a guy called MVP, who's just like a normal human, and he gets cloned, and then this German scientist, uses those clones as a replacement Spider-Man for a while. It's good stuff. And then there's a whole Planet Hulk thing going on at the same time, which actually did also happen in the movies, so that's cool. There's only like 6 dudes is the thing for the movie, whereas the comics was like 60 people or something.
Well, no, but how are they meant to get 60 people in the film, bro? Where's that budget coming from? Like
I mean, they did that for not Civil War, in Endgame.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was the end game. That was the final
Yeah.
film. You don't play all your cards midway through the
It's
bloody...
just,
Yeah, I'm saying Civil War after that.
yeah.
Then we
Also,
lost
there is a Civil War 2 in the comics. There is a Civil War 2 in the comics. Yeah.
How's that possible? Because
Yeah.
sorry, okay. I thought
It's,
you meant real.
I think I don't know if I have to change it or set this in the past, but it's basically Iron Man's team versus Captain Marvel's team, if I'm right.
That's quite funny.
Mhm.
That's quite banter.
They have, what is it? The Inhumans. There's an Inhuman that can see potential futures, and they fight over whether that's whether you should arrest people on whether or not they might commit a crime.
They could use Doctor Strange for that, couldn't they?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But overall, I like this film. I love the stuff with Captain America and Bucky. I love how Cap's like, no, I want us to control the Avengers. I don't want the government ordering us to do shit. That's daft. And I like how all the characters get together. The fan service is good in this one. I love the fighting. The villain isn't the best, but it's cool how he stirs everything up. He's like, I cannot beat the Avengers, but I can get them to kill each other. So that was really... Yeah. The fight scenes were great. Black Panther was really cool in it. With him going after Bucky for ages. The Hydra stuff was okay, but they're sort of Hydra has to be in every Captain America film, I guess. But it's like, the airport fight was amazing. Spider-Man's introduction was cool. Ant-Man going massive was hilarious.
The Star Wars reference.
Oh yeah, there was.
What was the Star Wars reference?
Was it Empire Strikes Back or something?
Civil War 10 out of 10.
When Spider-Man was wrapping around Ant-Man's legs when he was big, and he said,
"Oh yeah, like
old
the
movie.
walkers, yeah,
the Battle of Hoth and the Empire Strikes Back and all that, yeah.
What else is cool about this film? I loved how Black Widow changed sides. That was really awesome. The scene at the start was great. The Black Panther's dad dying, that was really, really sad. But Bucky getting the blame at first was like really interesting. You're like, what the hell? But then you realise that it was all just a hoax. The final fight was absolutely brilliant. How they all split up and a lot of them are locked in prison, but they fought for they fought for what they believed in and stood up to the establishment.
Yeah.
So, but then they get.
Sorry, can I just say, does my camera look okay? Because I know the light's not good at the moment, but
It looks all right. Yeah, I wouldn't worry.
Yeah, you can still see me. Okay.
Just a bit dark. That's it.
Yeah, it's just a light bulb blue. Yeah. For the other day, so it's just a spare one in. So yeah. Sorry. So go back to what you were saying. I just wanted to double check.
The final fight was cool. Martin Freeman was okay in it. I just thought it was all around a great film. 9.5 for me. Actually, no, sorry, 9 probably 9.4, probably around the same level as Iron Man and all that. Because when you get to the 9, you have to be like, very. The better and better it gets, the more points it goes up, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I want to hear what you have to say, Connor, because you think it's crap for some reason.
It's not that it's crap. Like the movie, like itself is fine. It's just it. Well, like what was Baron Zemo doing the whole thing? Like
he was trying to stir the pot so they kill each other.
Right, but what was his plan?
So they kill each other.
Serum, isn't it?
Right, but he attacked the UN so that they would.
He wouldn't
target a man whose face they didn't see while he wore a wig, so that there's a wide variety of potential people. It's just a man with long hair, which they then assume is the Winter Soldier.
No, he looks exactly like him on the camera, though. If you look at the eyes,
I mean, it was very difficult to see. It was just like a blurry outline of a face. And then he gets. Hold on, I need to look up what his plan was.
His plan was just to get them to kill each other. That was the whole game, to get revenge for Sokovia.
But he didn't even do that. At the end of it, he's like, "I win."
I think that's some comments for you, James.
I'm not reading those comments. George is telling us about something sad that happened.
No, I think I'll keep myself.
What the hell have you done, George? It's just obviously a Queen Elizabeth troll if you really want to see it. So yeah, very funny, very funny.
Yeah, a bit of a bad taste.
I mean, I'm not going to say what I think of the rules and whatever. I'm just saying, like, it's a person's life at the end of the day. DMX.
I'll say.
I put DMX and Prince Philip on the same level. They're both.
I never heard of DMX.
They're sadly. I'm saying to me. No, I'm just. You shouldn't. That's bad taste, George. But the point is, to me, they're both the same level. I know, obviously, Prince Philip's done a lot more. He's a lot more like well known. But to me, I'm not really. He's just some dude who got their royal family. They got a lot of money just for existing. And DMX is a rapper who I think he overdosed, didn't he? Which. It's a bit of a sad, bad move, really. You shouldn't be.
I was going to say, I think it is a shame that some people.
George, don't tell us stupid joke.
No, I'm not saying that joke. I'm being serious. It's a shame that some people had to make Charles's last year a bit of a living hell for him, basically. That's what I'll say. I won't go any further.
And you mean Philip? Yeah.
George, for goodness sake.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything, but that's just my opinion. Some people made it.
Philip, not Charles.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Philip, not Charles. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
some people made Philip's.
But it does annoy me, right? There's loads of people making fun out of his death and whatever. But they're like, "Oh, BMX, we're so sad." But then on the other side, there's like, "Oh, BMX, why does anyone care? He overdosed on drugs."
James.
Sorry, BMX. No, but then they're making. But then they're like being like Prince Philip is dead. Oh, it's the worst thing ever. Like everyone is just being daft. They're both human. They both died. Like you shouldn't be making jokes about either of them, you buffoons. Like I get some stuff isn't in bad taste, but there's a fine line, you know. And it just annoys me really. It's like, well, what are you all playing at? But it is what it is, man.
And it's just a shame that you couldn't have a peaceful last year, both of them.
They didn't get heckled though or anything. I know what you're referring to, George, but all that they're not on social media. They're not getting hassled, and the general public didn't really.
No, but some of their things were in public, which is a shame, basically.
It don't look. Let's just leave this now.
But yeah.
So yeah. What is the next film? Wait. Connor, give a ranking, give a score.
3.
Liam.
I'll probably give it an 8.
Yeah, George.
8.9.
Cool. Doctor Strange now. So yeah.
I think you said that wrong.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Who.
Oh. I'm kicking you out. I'm kicking you out of this. All right. So, Doctor Strange is about. Now, the thing is, subjectively, because of. Well, I'm not going to babble on about it for ages. But I had a knuckle injury that has stopped me from doing Thai boxing for ages. It hurts when I hit with it. And I could really relate to Doctor Strange losing the thing that he loves. It hit me so hard. It was. I felt so much. Subjectively, I could really relate to the bloke when he was raging and annoyed. And I was like, damn, this is such an amazing film. But then he goes to like this bloody sensei place, and it's all just, and I was like, all right, this is still good, but it started off so high. It started off as one of the best films ever for me, subjectively and nearly objectively as well. But then I suppose that's just a personal thing to me. But then once he got to the thing with the bald woman and everyone, it was pretty good, I suppose.
What was her name again?
Can't remember, but she was a really cool character.
Yeah, well, she was in Endgame as well, wasn't she?
She's called the Ancient One, isn't she?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's been around for thousands of years, living off dark energy. That was it. And basically, what happens is it seems all hopeless for Stephen Strange, even though he can pretty much go back to normal life. Well, not normal life, but he can't do what he used to do because his hands keep shaking very slightly. He kept trying to do stuff, but then this guy was like, he told him there was this dude who used to be, I think he was like paralyzed from the waist down or the chest down. Well, yeah, the chest down. And he was able to walk normally again after going to visit this place. And at first, Doctor Strange goes to the place and he's like, oh, hello, how's it going? And then he's like, what are you talking about? Energy and stuff? How can you convince cells to heal themselves? You're stupid. Then he gets kicked out. And he's like, no, let me in! And then she's like, oh, he's waiting outside.
I was just thinking, I don't know if I know you watch ASMR, James, just like me. But
hold on. This is I'm gonna kick George out now. He's made a wild accusation. George has got this totally mixed up now. I might be outing myself as a bit of a weirdo, but George has got this mixed up totally. I do not watch ASMR videos. I watch some massaging videos because it helps my mind relax. So George has got it mixed up. George has got it totally mixed up. But what were you going to say, George?
Watch whatever you want.
Well, massage and ASMR is the same thing. I'll watch the same things. I've got playlists for 300 videos on. So
it's not the same thing. I'm not watching things where people are. Actually, no, I've watched a few when they're whispering in. Yeah, never mind. You're right, George. Never mind. Yeah.
I might again. Yeah.
I'm not watching specific things where it's just them and the microphone and they go.
But what?
I'm not watching that specifically.
I mean, there's no harm in it.
No, there isn't. No. But yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah.
I think the honeycomb biting and
I've never watched
cucumber biting.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I'll send you after the podcast. I think you'll do it. But back to what I was saying before, when it comes to like the energy healing thing, that is kind of a real thing. It, like it's hard to explain, but like there is energy healers, which a lot of people claim to work. Not like the ones that go hallelujah and not push you to the ground. that it's kind of hard to say because it's a bit of a weird thing. I don't know. It sounds strange, but they basically get the energy from around you and put it into you, and that helps helps your body heal by basically. So yeah, so when I saw it, it kind of reminded me of that. If you ever want me to start, if you want to start show one, just so I don't look like I'm more of an idiot than I already do.
George, I don't know what you were even going on about for the last 30 seconds. I zoned out at when you said the energy goes. Woo, woo, woo.
Talk about Reiki.
No,
Talking about Ronald Reagan.
Reiki, yeah.
No, Reiki.
Reiki.
Yeah, Reiki healing, yeah.
So it works, does it?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it, Connor? On your nose, on your ears, on your chin? Are you sure? No, I'm just in a mad lad mood. No. All right. Yeah. I'll look at Reiki healing up later.
I'll send you some other videos from my playlist.
Yeah, I was going to say that the portal fight scenes were cool. Him having a lot of trial and error is cool. It felt like he really earned his powers.
James, was it the first one or second one?
What are you going on about?
The portal fight scenes. Was it the first one or second one?
Is this just some bollocks joke that is really irrelevant and obscure?
Yes, because I'm talking about the Portal games. Portal 1
I knew it!
Portal 2.
Why? George, it's not... Anyway. So what else is there to say about this? I mean, yeah, as I say, the fight scenes are cool. The villains are a bit gimpy, like, the universe can live forever in a shithole universe. Let's go. And then he was like, well, I'm not having that. And then he looked in the time book, and then the other guy was like, this is forbidden! How can you do that? And then he put great joke, George. And then he smashed the book shut.
Who said that then?
The ancient one was like, oh, I can't believe this. And then she got thrown off a cliff. Not off a cliff, sorry, off the building.
And died.
And she fell through the portal. And she could be brought back. But then she was like, no, my time is up. Goodbye. And then she left Strange and the other geezer to fight the emo squad. And I do love how Strange flies up to the moon.
Do the emo squad have a name? Like, do they have names?
Don't care.
Can we give them names?
No. I'm just calling them the emo squad. Anyway,
Gary, so Barry, and...
So they fly up to the top, and he meets the big guy, and he's like, "Who are you?" And then
he's Gary Barry.
And then Doctor Strange is like, "I've come to bargain," and then he's like,
and then
"Rrr!" And then he kills Strange over and over and over and over again. And after 20 times of reliving the same moment, he gives up. He's just like, "What's this?"
Oh, that's
it's cool that they solved it without having to fight to the death.
Well, he did die 50 times, but he
James first, Shaggy, because you say Scooby-Doo.
Anyway, so wait, why did yours just leave?
I thought you kicked him.
So did I. I thought, how did that happen? He's not even in the waiting room, so no, I didn't kick him. Anyway, so Doctor Strange dies loads of times, and then the Earth gets sent back to normal. The emo squad gets sucked up to the shit universe, and that's the end. 8 out of 10 for me. But what do you guys want to say about it before you give the score?
Mads Mikkelsen is cool. I don't remember much in the movie. That's it. Tilda Swinton is also in the movie. She was
Yeah.
alright. She was bald. Was that a bald cap or was it like shaved?
No idea.
I just assumed it was shaved, but I don't know.
You guess so, wouldn't you?
You never know.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome back.
All right then.
Yeah.
What scores do you guys give it then?
5.
What? Have you, George? Is this another one you haven't watched?
5 plus 3
Oh, 8. Fair. Liam.
minus 1.
I just want to quickly say. What?
Oh, it's because George said 8 minus 1, then I shouted 7.
Oh. I just want to quickly say that I didn't. When I watched the film the second time, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first time.
Really, that's the opposite for me. But what was the thing that made you not enjoy it as much?
I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it as much, and it just wasn't as thrilling and as fun. And certain moments I remember didn't happen in the same way that I remember, I guess. And yeah, like I said, there were some funny moments like the Wi-Fi password thing, and where they say, we're not savages. That was one of the funniest moments in the film. But yeah, like I say, I'd probably give it 7. I think.
Fair.
Good
Connor,
name.
what did you give it?
I suppose probably 7 as well. Because I mean, the movie was alright. I don't remember much of it, but the thing, the little GIF of Doctor Strange floating into the air was pretty good when that was the thing. Yeah.
Was this the first time the multiverse was in a episode, not a movie, or was it Ant-Man first?
Well, with Ant-Man, it was the Quantum Realm.
Quantum, yeah. So it was the first time the multiverse was fully introduced to the MCU.
Might have been.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm just going to quickly change my score. I think to 7.5.
Fair enough. Next, Guardians Volume 2. I found this one weird, man. I found this one like it was a bloody TV show. I really just felt like it was just an episode from a TV show, because it was cool how episodes from a TV show. The start was really interesting and fast-paced and awesome. Groot being a baby was absolute banter. There was some decent funny moments, like when he was like, "Ha ha ha! She told your biggest secret! Ha ha! You must be so embarrassed! Ha ha!" That bit was quite funny. But I mean, Groot dancing around on the floor was a bit hilarious when they were fighting that monster. The music they played was quite.
Well, you just have to look right there.
Oh yeah, I am Groot. But yeah, the Mr. Blue Sky at the start. Well, they could have picked a different song to juxtapose all the crazy action. No, not juxtapose. Sorry, contrapuntal sound of the crazy action, like opposite sound.
How dare you? That is a great song,
bro. I'm
Mr.
a proper
Blue Sky
ELO
is a
fan.
great song.
No, it is a great song. I'm a proper ELO fan, man. I love Hold On Tight, Turn to Stone, Don't Bring Me Down. Telephone Line's pretty good. Confusion's all right. Hold On Tight's an amazing banger. Mama Belly. All them songs are bangers, but I just think Mr. Blue Sky didn't really suit that one. I would have preferred a different song.
I did make a reference when we were doing the first one. I meant to Mr. Blue Sky just for this bit, so I just wanted to mention that.
But yeah, then meet up with Kurt Russell, who's I was about to say Captain Kirk's dad, who's Star-Lord's dad. And then everyone's like, "Oh, this is cool." Who's the lady with the antenna? She's hilarious, man. She's one of the funniest people ever.
What's her name again? Mantis.
Yeah, Mantis.
Yeah.
Take name, eat names, take ass.
And Nebula wasn't it in this as well?
Ass.
Yeah, Nebula.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wasn't Nebula in the first one though?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
She was. She was legendary in the first one too.
Yeah.
I guess she face turned in this one.
That's the second Doctor Who.
Chief Ace turned
in,
one, which was cool.
Oh,
yeah. Second Doctor Who character in the MCU.
What? Who was the first one?
Just Eccleston in Dark World.
Oh, but he was forgettable in that. That was bizarre.
Yes, but he's still a Doctor Who character in.
Fair. But Kurt Russell, he was I mean, you could tell he was the bad guy. He was just a generic, too good to be true. I'm a world, and I went round shagging aliens, and most of my children couldn't handle the power, but you.
Well, you can't blame him, can you?
But he shagged them and then put a tumor in their head, so he's an arsehole.
Yeah. Well, still, you can't blame him.
That looks horrific out of context. What do you mean you can't blame him for killing people? I swear, doesn't he want to turn the whole universe into him?
No, forget about the tumor thing. Just focus on the first thing, and you're good.
No, but he wants to turn the universe into him. I know what you mean. You can't blame him going around shagging aliens, but that's bizarre from you. Aliens. Some of them are bloody blob monsters.
Could be ones with tentacles, you never know.
We're moving on from this. I mean, the film just seemed...
Sorry, I was going to say, I said this to you a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if you agree with me now. I forget. And I think this might be very controversial. But I think he's one of the best MCU villains we've had in the films.
George, he was boring and generic as anything. You've lost the plot.
So was Ultron.
But he was
Loki wasn't.
Loki was hilarious.
Yeah, Loki is great. Thanos, he's kind of generic, kind of not more non-generic.
No, but his goals aren't turning everyone into him. That's pistol mental. That's stupid. I want to turn everyone into me.
So Doctor Who did that first as well.
Yeah, with the master going. Brrr! That was quite good.
That.
I mean, it's important to love yourself, and he's very good at that.
Yeah.
You know, he's managed to expand himself out into several galaxies.
Yeah.
And he was also Hasselhoff for a time.
Oh yeah.
He was as well. Best villain in the MCU, David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. Cheeky Hasselhoff cameo.
Yeah. I think James left us.
He turned into no. The final fight was kind of cool. Overall, the film just seemed like a few TV episodes for a Guardians of the Galaxy TV show. Very average.
We did forget about somebody there.
I don't care. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, but you guys talk about what you want.
Who's the blue guy?
Ronan.
The one with the blue thing on his head. Well, the
Yondu.
Oh, Merle. Yeah, sorry. Yondu. He died, and he got kicked out.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say, but you said you didn't care about him.
No, I do now. Yeah, Yondu got overthrown by his crew. Then he kicked the shit out of his crew with the arrow, going whoo. And then all his crew died. The ship blew up, but one dude stayed on Yondu's side. That was really cool, man. To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then Yondu
don't survived.
What? Anyway,
Yondu.
That shit. George, not even close to being funny. Anyway, okay, it's slightly funny because it's not bad. Yeah, no, well done. But anyway, he died. Sylvester Stallone comes back and goes, "Oh, let's give him a funeral." And then everyone's like, when he's floating off. To be fair play to Yondu, absolute Chad. What can I say about him? Cool guy. Thing is, he did redeem himself. I know but the thing is, I know they kicked him out the what's it called, the Pirates Union or whatever you want to call it, for trading those kids to Kurt Russell. But he didn't know what was happening to him, did he? So.
No, he didn't, did he?
Anyway, I'll give this probably a 7.3. What would you guys give it?
I'll probably do the same.
I'd probably say 8. Quite enjoyed it. There was a lot of, you got a lot of variety in terms of location, and there was also like, there's Hatsune. Oh, she's gone. Okay. Yep, we have a guest, creator of Harry Potter, Hatsune Miku. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's good. What's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam, what would you give it? And George, what would you give it?
I would give it a 7.5.
Okay. Well, yeah. I thought it was a pretty good sequel. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I mean, and I'd probably give it 8.5 or 9. To be honest.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised you give it such a high rating, but fair enough. George, what would you give it?
I was this similar.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Spider-Man: Homecoming. Now, this one is
Rubbish.
a part of me loves it, but a part of me thinks it's very, very weird. It seems a bit like to suffer from the same thing that Guardians of the Galaxy does, like it's a TV show, like it's a bunch of episodes from a TV show. But this one's actually quite good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like it's pretty good to me. The Vulture was an interesting villain. How you see him 8 years ago, then they're like, "Oh, this is Stark shit. Get the fuck out of here, you loser." But then they take some of the alien tech and they make all these weapons and sell the weapons.
You could say he was a hero who lived enough to become the villain. Vulture.
But wasn't he always selling the horror weapons to bad people?
Who's the actor?
Michael Keaton.
Hmm.
No, but that doesn't work because that was only in the Christopher Nolan trilogy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was a hero, and he lived long enough to become the villain. And now he's lived long enough to become the Vulture.
Fair enough.
So, kind of works.
Tony Stark being in It's Alright banter and Happy Hogan being in It's Okay banter. The stuff with what I didn't like about the film was that Spider-Man kept getting his ass kicked all the time. Like, he lost all 3 fights to the Vulture, and then the Vulture fucked off at the end and flew off. But Spider-Man's like, "I'm trying to save you," and then the Vulture crash lands and Spider-Man saves his life. But then the Vulture sort of has a bit of a face turn, doesn't he? Because he's like, he said to the guy who plays Tuco, Better Call Saul. He was like, not Tuco, sorry. What's his name? Varga. He says
Scorpion.
to him, if I knew Spider-Man, I would have killed him already if I knew who he was. So you can tell he doesn't want to mess with Spider-Man's life. Spider-Man's love interest, who wasn't
Thank God for Mysterio.
She moved away after this crazy situation. The fat dude's hilarious in it. The ending's hilarious. When he's in the Spider-Man suit and Aunt May's like, "What the fuck?" That was absolutely hilarious.
Wasn't that in the? What? Oh wait, no, it wasn't the first one.
Yeah, it was in Homecoming. She goes, "What the fuck?" And then in the start of the second film, she's like, "Ooh, your peaty tingle." So,
Really?
No, she does say that in the Far From Home. George, she does say that. George, have you even watched Far From Home?
Of course, I have. I watched both of them.
Oh, okay. The boat scene.
Guys, sorry, I was just saying, what do you think of this?
What, the Ghost Busters thing?
It's good. Cool staple. Yeah.
I don't have much else to say about Homecoming, really. It's just a good film, but it could have been a lot better. 8 out of 10.
It could have been a web-wide film.
A what?
A web-wide film.
Web.
You mean wide web?
It could have been one of the over the world wide. It could have all been over the world wide web.
Okay, yeah, very funny.
Do you guys have anything you want to say about it, or any ratings you give it, or whatever?
Yeah, it was good. I liked how it was small scale, where they're not like constantly trying to save the world. They're just trying to like return a bike that's been stolen. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it kind of felt more like a funny neighborhood Spider-Man, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. He helps an old lady across the road, which is cool. He slams a guy's head into his car, which unfortunate for him. He probably has
that's
some
Miles Morales' uncle, isn't it? If I'm right.
No, that was a different guy.
That's a different guy.
He does stick a man to his car, and that was Aaron Davis. But there was like an Asian guy who was trying to get into his car because he was locked out, and he like Spider-Man slams his face into the car because he thinks he's stealing it.
Have you guys given the scores, or
Not yet?
No, yeah, we're just talking.
I was just watching something on my phone. What do you guys give it then? Or do you have anything else you want to say? No, we got a lot of
focus on the stream, are you?
George, have you done something bad?
To me, what have I done something bad? What do you mean? What? What have I done?
Nothing. All right, let's just continue.
Oh, you mean on the chat?
I just mean in general.
Oh, is this something bad?
All right, I'm just going to say that Homecoming, it was decent. I guess there were some funny moments, some good moments. Vulture was an interesting villain, but not one of my favorite MCU films. So I'd probably give it 7.5. I think.
Fair enough. So as Ben and Aaron,
I'd say 7.5 as well.
Okay. Are you guys all right to leave it at Ragnarok? Because I really want to watch the UFC.
Sure.
Thing is, as well, we can try and get Aaron and Ben on for the finale, and we can review WandaVision if you want to. So for the finale. So. All right then. So Thor Ragnarok, funny, excellent masterpiece, absolutely hilarious. It was fun. The Big Rock guy is one of the. He is the most banter in the history of Marvel. He's just such a chill dude. He's like,
do you think the Fortnite character is Deadpool?
The hell?
In Endgame.
Oh right.
The Big Rock.
No,
the Big Rock guy.
George, he was in Ragnarok.
Yes, but he was also in Endgame playing Fortnite.
And he's like, "These kids haven't got me for. Can you help me?"
But do you think the kid is going to be Deadpool in Deadpool 3? It's going to be like a joke. Now he's part of Marvel.
Yeah. Maybe that's the setting for Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool playing Fortnite with Cord.
I'd watch a movie of that. I'm not gonna. I'd watch Deadpool play Fortnite for an hour.
Well, it'd be your money wasted in the cinema, which is fair enough.
I've got my free card, so I can watch it when.
Oh yeah, you've got the pre-order. Well, it would be your time wasted in the cinema then.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, I was going to say Loki's quite funny in it. Tessa Thompson's great. The villain's just a lunatic. Odin dying, I was like, bloody hell, this is quite a shocker because Loki rigged everything. That was funny at first when he had the play on at the start. And then Thor forces him to change back. That was hilarious.
I say what, Thor loses is always quite gruesome.
Not really compared to actual gory films, but I suppose for a 12+ film, it was quite...
Yeah, like it can't be like Mortal Kombat. Fair, just grab someone and pulls it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Mr. Hopkins just wanted to go home. That's why he died.
What else did Thor do that was cool in it? Oh no, sorry, the Hulk. It was cool on the Hulk. Did we destroy Ultron and it had been 2 years? Crazy.
Yeah. Also, I know I'm going a bit far into the film, but when Thor jumps down onto the path and that song starts playing, I forget what the song is called.
The Immigrant Song, Led Zeppelin.
I thought you were going to say something else then when you said that. Yeah. So.
Put in the private chat what you think I was going to say. I don't want you to actually say it because I'm a bit worried.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fight scene was awesome. As I say, the Hulk being like, "Oh, it's been 2 years." Well, Bruce Banner being like, "It's been 2 years. What the hell?" And Thor says to the Hulk, "Oh, I loved you. You're so cool." And then he says to Banner, "Oh, I loved you. You're so."
I didn't spell it right. Hang on.
Oh, for God's sake! Anyway,
you told me to put it in there.
You have a weird imagination, George. Anyway,
that's just what you were going to say, but you changed it.
I was not going to say that. Connor, can you do that and say 007?
Oh, right. Hold on. I've been expecting you.
7.
Mr. Bond. Hold on, I need to stop. I'm
going to get the gun.
Let me just. No, that's the wrong way. There we go.
So let me find my gun and do it.
Oh, for God's sake. I think we're just going to have to kick George out for this final review. I just want to get it over and done with. Look, the fight scenes are all... Actually, no, you know what? Let's leave this till next time. When Aaron and Ben are here. So we can go...
Which one was that?
Ragnarok. Thanks for watching, everyone. Lads, any final messages?
No, just a bit of a crazy stream, this one.
Yeah,
check your fire alarms on Mondays. Make sure they're still working, that they have fresh batteries. Carbon monoxide alarms, also useful. If you don't have those, get those.
Fair play.
Because radiators are dangerous.
George, final messages?
Eat cheese.
Liam?
Like I said, it was
crazy.
Crazy.
It's
been one of those streams, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and see you in the next one. Have a good one.
Change the race.